All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here live at 80s Wrestling Con with our guy, full steam ahead of his match against Homicide tonight. Big one, bro. Please welcome in our guy, Traxx. Traxx, welcome in, bro. How goes it,
Traxx the Destroyer.
It's awesome, bro. It's great. This is so cool, dude.
Dude,
this is so cool.
You've been killing it. It's good to see you here, man.
Yeah.
Been wanting to have you on. I was like, look, I want to do these things in person, man. Finally having you on the show. Last show, you were killing it. I saw people in the crowd with Traxx signs. What's that reception like for you?
First of all, I just gotta say, I'm glad to finally be on with you because, like, all these years, we've always been talking. We always do, and then I'm like, man, this guy never asked me to be on his podcast.
But
I must not be cool enough. But now I see what you were holding out for.
I know what
I see what you were holding out for.
First of all, I'm very
sit down.
I'm very intimidated right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't worry,
very,
I feel
very
the same
strong.
way too. It's okay.
I
just show up.
I'm a little scared, but no.
He allows me to be on here.
Dude, I've been watching your momentum. Like, all jokes aside, like a little bit of a name change, gaining that momentum, traveling literally the world. I mean, it's amazing. What's that momentum feel like?
Dude, it feels great. You know what it is? Like, I finally am being more myself. No more like, earlier like years ago, I was relying on more character-based performing, and it just wasn't me. And it's a cliche in wrestling. They say sometimes your best performances are when you're yourself with the volume turned up.
But it's the truth.
And the reality was I wasn't being myself, and you hit a certain stride where you're kind of just doing this, and it's like back to the drawing board. Change it up. Chris Jericho, right? Always change.
He's the master of
repackage yourself.
Yeah,
you gotta
repackaging
figure
himself.
out another way to make a connection, or if something's not working right, change it up. So like the name change, you go through a character change, then it's time. Okay, well the name doesn't fit the character anymore, so now let's change the name. And being myself, my genuine self, in and out of the ring, and working as a good guy. I'm a good dude, but I can be a bad man also. And that's kind of where Traxx comes out. So like that to me is more. What's up, man? That to me is just more. Just getting back to the roots of performing and being yourself and all that.
Yeah, you're killing it right now, feeling that momentum. Obviously, we talk about you traveling all over. You've been to Alaska a few times.
Yeah, man, I've been to Alaska a bunch with WrestlePro, Kevin Matthews, Pat Buck. They've been really hooking it up.
Over there,
yeah, they hook it up so well. Great times out there, great matches, great crowds. It's literally being in Alaska, wrestling in front of those people is like wrestling in like 1980s NWA.
That's
you don't
awesome.
have to do much. You just work hard, give the crowd a good performance, give them some character, give them some personality, and they leave happy. It's always we're always grateful to go out there. Every opportunity to go is awesome.
Yeah, really, really cool. And again, man, first of all, did you see any? How do you say moose plural? Moose plural? Mooses.
Moosai.
And
mooses.
Any moose, I think, is like.
I think it literally is moose.
Any moose.
Yep. I literally saw a moose walking down the street in Anchorage.
Really?
In like Anchorage isn't a big city, but like it's a city.
Yeah.
And the thing was literally walking down the sidewalk.
How about the Northern Lights, man?
Saw the Northern Lights.
How cool was it? Come
on,
man.
The Northern Lights, ready for this, are nothing special.
Did you give it a suplex though?
Yeah, right.
Nooner.
Here's the thing: the Northern Lights is. You know how they say a picture doesn't do its justice?
Yeah, that's
really?
For the Northern Lights, it's absolutely true. The picture does do it justice.
Wow.
Quite frankly, you take a picture of the Northern Lights, and it's more bright than what you're physically seeing in the sky.
Okay.
Wow, that's awesome.
So the pictures you see of the Northern Lights is not what you're looking at live.
Any good spots to eat out there? Was there a lot to do? Or?
And no offense to Alaska, but they don't got much to eat out
I had a friend stationed out in the Army out there, and he told me it was a lot of snow.
Restaurants close early, tons of snow and ice. The hours, right? Ready for this? We went to this diner. It says 24 hours. Leroy's, 24 hours. Open 24 hours. Awesome. Then you walk up closer on the sign of the door. It says
2 to 4 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's closing hours. And then so one time we landed at like 9:30, and food's hard to find in Alaska. Good solid food.
Yeah.
So we called the place takeout, knowing that they close at 11.
Yeah.
And we called at about 9:40, and they said they were closed.
Oh, man.
So it went from 24 hours to closing at 11 to now open at 9:40. They're closed. So it was that's typical for Alaska.
Hey man, and that's good for you being able to travel. But we got to talk. I think I caught you on this little show called Smackdown. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
Did you have a little entanglement? What was it with Brock Lesnar
Yep,
or something?
yep.
Was that the one? Because first of all, congrats to you guys. I love seeing you guys get that opportunity, man. What was that like for you? And was it the Brock and Roman show? Was that the one you were in?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got beat up a little bit. You got beat up.
We were the security guards.
How was your experience?
Oh, it was great. It was fun. I mean, anytime to do something cool like that is awesome, and to be able to take the F5. I mean, not many indie wrestlers.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's usually the Germans that everybody takes, but he offered to give me the F5, so I was like, of course, I'll take the F5. Hell yeah! So
it looked great, man.
Yeah, it was safe, easy. He took care of me, really.
That's awesome.
Brock Lesnar could have made it look worse. But he landed me nice and flat.
Perfect.
I couldn't help for anything else. It was great.
And you're a strong man. You probably felt he's a very strong
Oh man, bro, I got picked up like I was nothing.
Yeah, Cowboy Brock can do no wrong.
There's
at this
no
point.
sandbagging Brock Lesnar. It's literally not possible.
Oh, that's it. Shameless promo we got to talk about tonight. Of course, taking on Homicide tonight, man. That's no joke, man. He's been everywhere. Titles everywhere, man.
He's
seasoned
an OG,
veteran.
bro.
Dude, especially here in Jersey, man. I mean, what's your Val? What up? What's your mindset going into that?
So Homicide, I've admired him from afar. He's an OG of independent wrestling here in the Northeast. He's an OG of difference makers. He's an OG of fighters. He's perfect for me. I'm perfect for him. He's the type of guy that I've been needing. To continue that momentum that you brought up, and a true test. We don't get a lot of them sometimes, and so when we do get an opportunity, a test to stand up and show out, I mean, this is going to be it. This is when I prove the words difference maker.
Exactly.
It's like that, and that's part of the reality is when you get these, especially when you get these kind of opportunities. Man, you got to take advantage of it.
Exactly. We saw his name on the lineup. We were like, oh, Traxx is taking on Homicide. Yeah. This is a big deal.
Yeah, no, it's going to be – I'm super excited on a stacked card.
Yes.
I think we have a real good chance to be the banger of the night. I really
think so,
do.
too. This could steal the show.
Looking at the rest of the card, good matches for sure.
Yeah.
But I think the two of us and what we do and who we are and what we're about – I think we got a chance to steal the show tonight.
Target any titles here in ISPW or anywhere else?
Of course, world ISPW World Heavyweight Championship.
There we go.
Danny Morrison's got
Morrison.
We're natural opponents. He's got that gift of gab. He likes to get under your skin, and I'm obviously a brute powerhouse.
Yeah, man.
We're natural opponents. I'm gonna get to him sooner or later. So sooner or later, he's gonna see it and he's gonna feel it.
That's it, man.
Yep.
You gotta have Sean Donovan always.
Yeah,
a heel.
I'm sorry.
Sean
Always a
Donovan always
heel.
got
He's
something to say.
just the one
walking by
face.
the table.
Yep.
Always a heel. That's where that came from.
Yeah.
Gotta ask you this one, man. Not to be cliche, but it was asked how did you fall in love with this business? How'd you get your start, man?
Yeah, so man, I was an Attitude Era guy.
Okay.
I grew up watching 80s and early 90s, but
That's where I
my
started.
parents wouldn't buy the pay-per-views, so I actually kind of stopped watching wrestling.
Okay.
Okay.
When I was younger, I'll see the Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan on Saturday mornings, and I'm like, oh, can we get this WrestleMania?
Yeah.
And my mom and dad were like, no, that wrestling's stupid, right?
Yeah, that was
all
Really?
Yeah.
My parents didn't
so
like
then
me
I
watching
kinda,
either.
fell out of it.
Yeah.
Here and there, but if I can't watch the pay-per-views, then I'm just watching just whatever.
Yeah.
So then fast forward to high school, and that's when it started kicking back up. My friends, we all started watching wrestling there. Attitude Era 97, 98 was when it Stone Cold was my favorite wrestler of all time.
Okay.
Big Stone Cold wrestler, Stone Cold Steve
Did that
Austin
inspire the
Martin.
bald head?
No, that was just losing my hair. It was time.
What's the first pay-per-view that you guys ordered?
The
you remember
first
watching?
pay-per-view I specifically remember was SummerSlam 98.
Dude,
Now I'm
such a
sure we
good
might have
one.
watched pay-per-views before that.
That's the first one you ordered.
No, so I take it back. I saw WrestleMania 14, but
That was the first one I
that
ever
was
ordered.
great.
No way.
But for some reason, I remember the group of us.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't watch wrestling together for like WrestleMania 14.
Yeah.
But by SummerSlam, by summertime, we were together, my high school buddies. So like that to me is just what stands out. That was like our first pay-per-view together.
That's one of the best builds. It's so good.
great.
If you could watch it, the Highway to Hell promo is so good.
Yep, and we could afforded it because we live in the Philly area.
Okay.
So WrestleMania 15 was in Philly.
Yeah.
Like we were like literally like 15, 16 years old.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we didn't have the money to be going to WrestleMania back then. So so like my first ever WWF show was like a house show.
Yeah,
in like May of '99. Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great show.
Who'd you see?
Oh, man. So the main event, I just saw the card recently. The main event was like a 6-man tag. It was like Stone Cold, The Rock, and like Undertaker versus like Triple H, Benoit, and like somebody else.
Wow.
Or maybe Undertaker, Triple H, but I can't remember.
Wow.
But it was like a stacked
That's
six.
a hell-
it was a
hell of
stacked
a main event.
6-man main event for a house show. Yeah,
I like the
yeah.
house shows. They take their time. They have fun with everybody.
It was
Yeah.
great. It was great. Yeah, it was a great time. Got my start in wrestling. Moved down to Louisville, Kentucky, and enrolled at Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Back when they were WWE Developmental,
No kidding.
they used to have a Saturday beginners class for anybody. You know, anybody can
Wow.
go. You pay $500. You train once a week for 6 months, and if you do well, then you get moved up to their advanced class.
Oh, wow,
which is
okay.
with all the contract guys.
Yeah.
And so I eventually worked up to that. So I got to be in WWE Developmental without a WWE Developmental contract.
Right.
I never got a contract. I had countless tryout matches and wrestled everybody who got called up during the Ruthless Aggression era.
Oh wow.
I wrestled.
kidding.
So that was a great experience, a great time. I got to learn from some of the best trainers in the world.
bet,
but
yeah.
that's where I started my training. Like I didn't do like a local place and then go there.
Yeah.
I legitimately just packed up and moved.
Good for you.
I went to college at the University of Louisville just so I didn't if I didn't make it, I didn't want to have
a backup plan.
I didn't want to have like a manual labor type job. I knew that wasn't something I wanted, so
Yeah.
I had a backup plan just in case. And that was my journey. It was. I don't regret it. It's a shame it's not available for people now.
Right, yeah.
Like you couldn't. Like it would be the equivalent of going down to Orlando, signing up at NXT or the Performance Center for a weekly class. They just don't let anybody do that anymore. So.
But good for you to get that experience. Cause
That's amazing.
Next question I was going to ask you. I want to be respectful of your time, man. I know
No,
it's
you're
a
good.
busy day. But I did want to ask you this one, man. It's like we usually ask, who do you want to work that you haven't worked, dream matches, all this stuff. You're in the ring with Brock. Brock handpicks you for the F5.
Yeah.
In there with Roman. You came up with the Ruthless Aggression guys. Is there someone that you were kind of across the ring from or didn't get to work with?
I've gotten to work with Mark Henry, which is a
He's here
blast.
today,
I've got to work a few matches with him. But I was Beth Phoenix's first match in OVW.
No kidding.
So
Really?
I've gotten
That's
to
so
wrestle
cool. That's so cool.
I've had such a great career, and my career arc is weird because I actually started up I don't want to say at the top, but my first match ever was a guy who made it to WWE, Trent Beretta's tag team partner. My second match ever was against Tyson Tomko.
The problem solver.
Who became Christian's bodyguard. So it's not normal for your first matches to be on those levels, right?
Yeah.
So naturally, right? Once you go there, you naturally are kind of working down until you can work your way back up
it's
again.
kind of like
But
I
to
gotcha.
your point,
man.
I would love to get in the ring with give me like a Dan Moff, give me a Homicide,
Ooh.
give me a Killer Cross, give me all the bad dudes out there. I want to face every single bad mother trucker out there because I know with 100% certainty that I am too, and those are the kind of tests I want. Give me the bigger guys, give me the guys that are bigger than me because I'll mess them up too. I don't care. I don't care.
I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little intimidated.
Yep.
So, not to be cliche again, man, but it's kind of cool to hear your story, like the order things went, man. You're still
it's so
killing it here,
wild.
man. You got all that momentum. You're feeling that momentum right now. You talked about it, man.
Yep.
What are the goals going forward? Is it still that contract?
Yeah, hey, contract anywhere. Getting to a home, a national platform.
Yeah.
Obviously, of any kind is my goal. At this stage of my career, so whether it's NWA, whether it's MLW, Impact, or AEW or WB, whatever it is. Like any one of those places would be absolutely great.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Tell them where they can book you, contact you, shameless
this
promo,
guy.
get the merch.
Book this guy.
Difference Maker Traxx on Instagram. I go by my regular name, Jerry Penders, on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter at Diffmaker Traxx. I guess there was too many letters for that one. And yeah, man. Just living the dream, having fun, and
that's what it's all about.
And like I said, just trying to make a difference every time I step foot in the ring or step out from the curtain.
Love it, man.
So,
Guys,
thanks for having
Traxx, dude, good luck in your match tonight against Homicide. Thanks for
Appreciate
making the time.
it.
Ladies and
course,
gentlemen,
man.
Traxx. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, guys.